let's talk about social inflation.
What are you even talking about?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Walter. First, some context. The term social inflation is believed to have been first coined by Warren Buffett way back in a 1977 shareholder letter where he said, "We estimate that costs involved in the insurance areas in which we operate rise at close to 1% per month. This is due to continuous monetary inflation affecting the cost of repairing humans and property, as well as social inflation, a broadening definition by society and juries of what is covered by insurance policies." There's been no shortage of debate over the past decade between the insurance industry and consumer advocacy groups over the validity of social inflation as an industry impacting factor, with both groups authoring various studies, papers, and opinions positing their positions.
It's not even real.
Oh yeah, it's real.
On one side, titles like Social Inflation, Evidence and Impact on Property Casualty Insurance. And on the other side, How the Cash-Rich Insurance Industry Fakes Crises and Invents Social Inflation. Now, there are a dozen directions this conversation could go, but I want to focus here on one singular aspect that has dominated my phone screen over the past few months. I was mindlessly scrolling social media a while back when an ad jumped off my phone screen and slapped me in the face. I was immediately intrigued by this as I'd just returned from a trip to the Georgia coast where I was struck by the amount of plaintiff attorneys advertising on billboards. I'd swear that over 50% of the billboards in Savannah, Georgia are gritty faces promising to fight for every penny you deserve.
Fight for you!
So when that ad popped up on my phone, I naturally tapped the link to learn more and see what I'd find. What I quickly learned was that this was actually not an ad from or for a law firm per se.
You don't say.
But rather, it's a lead gen company collecting consumer info that it in turn sells as leads to plaintiff law firms. And since tapping that first ad several months ago, the social advertising algorithm has my number.
We've got you now.
And I quite literally cannot scroll Facebook or Instagram for more than 20 seconds without being bombarded with ads like this, both from lead gen companies as well as plaintiff firms themselves.
He's telling the truth.
We'll take a closer look and discuss one of these in a second, but I can't help but wonder what impact this new phenomenon is having on public perception and opinion, and thereby what role it's playing in social inflation.
Sometimes I wonder about that too.
Now, I say new phenomenon. Obviously, law firm advertising is nothing new, but this kind of social video advertising is relatively new, and I'd argue it is a completely different ballgame compared to the traditional modes of print, radio, and television.
Yeah, it's different.
I've learned now over the past few months, social video ads are the absolute Wild West when it comes to legal. Like many industries, law firms and the marketing agencies they hire are perpetually scrambling to stay on top of the latest social trends and figure out what messaging will resonate with consumers and convert.
I've been trying to figure it out.
For law firms advertising directly, convert means getting the law office phone to ring from potential plaintiffs. And for the lead gen companies, convert means getting you to answer a few pre-screen questions and provide your contact info that they can sell to a law firm who will in turn then make your phone ring.
Someone's calling.
Okay, so with all of that for context, I want to look at an example and break down this ad that the Facebook algorithm recently decided I was a good candidate for. Check this out.
My girlfriend used to be so active before her car crashed, I felt powerless to help until I took this free quiz and found out we could claim more than I ever expected. Let me explain. I figured after a car accident, the car insurance would cover me. But to my surprise, the insurance company gave me nothing close to what I really needed. Then I stumbled on this free online quiz that claimed it could tell me how much I might be owed. It sounded too good to be true, but I had nothing left to lose, so I gave it a shot. 60 seconds later, I was staring at an estimate that shocked me. It was way more than I expected, and it didn't cost me a thing to check. I ended up getting a check for 6 figures. It covered all the bills from the accident and then some. Now we can start getting back to the active lifestyle we used to enjoy so much. If you've been in a car accident, your claim is worth way more than you think. Take the quiz and see how much you could qualify for. It's fast, free, and you might be surprised with how much money you could get.
All right, first off, I am not a psychologist by any stretch of the imagination, but purely from a marketing perspective, it's easy to spot the strategy here. Let's break it down.
My girlfriend used to be so active before her car crashed.
Here's my girlfriend doing what she loves, skiing in a bikini top. How's that to catch your attention?
I felt powerless to help.
I felt powerless to help. Do you feel powerless? Guess what the answer is.
Until I took this free quiz.
That's right, you're not powerless. You have the power to take this free online quiz.
And found out we could claim more than I ever expected.
What do you expect from your car accident claim?
Let me explain. I figured after a car accident, the car insurance would cover me.
Okay, wait a second. The car insurance would cover me? Just a few seconds ago, you said it was your girlfriend's car accident. I'm confused.
But to my surprise, the insurance company gave me nothing close to what I really needed.
So what exactly did you need for your girlfriend's car accident?
Then I stumbled on this free online quiz
Oh wow, you stumbled on a free online quiz? How lucky of you.
that claimed it could tell me how much I might be owed.
I mean, I guess I do wonder how much I might be owed for my girlfriend's accident.
It sounded too good to be true,
Well, guess what? It is.
but I had nothing left to lose, so I gave it a shot.
But hey, what have you got to lose? It's free.
60 seconds later, I was staring at an estimate that shocked me.
You mean in just 60 seconds, I could also be staring at an estimate that will shock me?
It was way more than I expected,
I mean, I guess I do wonder if my estimate would be more than I expect.
and it didn't cost me a thing to check. I ended up getting a check for 6 figures.
No way. A 6-figure check?
It covered all the bills from the accident and then some.
All my bills paid? And then even more on top of that?
Now we can start getting back to the active lifestyle we used to enjoy so much.
Yep, this free 60-second quiz has us back to our skiing in a bikini lifestyle.
If you've been in a car accident, your claim is worth way more than you think.
Well, in that case, I think my case is worth...
$1 million.
Take the quiz and see how much you could qualify for.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take this quiz. I gotta know how much I could qualify for.
It's fast, free, and you might be surprised with how much money you could get.
I mean, it's fast, it's free. Who doesn't love fast and free?
Fast and free.
Okay, now, in all seriousness, I want to be careful here. Please don't interpret my hints of sarcasm as a lack of empathy for the 5 million plus people injured in auto accidents in the US every single year, or the heartbreaking fact that over the past decade, an average of 40,000 lives are lost in auto accidents annually in the US. These are staggering numbers, and insurance pays out tens of billions of dollars every year covering these claims, as they should. That's why insurance exists. And no, insurance doesn't get it right every single time.
God knows I wish they did.
Mistakes and incorrect assessments and decisions are made by humans because no one's perfect.
Nope.
And when this happens, the plaintiff's bar can and should serve their legitimate and necessary role in ensuring policy contracts are honored.
I expect you to do the right thing, okay?
With that said, it is impossible for me to not look at social ads like this one and classify them as anything other than litigation harvesting.
Lizzie, it's harvest time.
It is the digital equivalent of storm-chasing door knockers promising free roofs after a thunderstorm.
It's absolutely free.
But because it's digital, its scalability and reach is only limited by the amount of money you're willing to spend.
Then let's spend some money.
And make no mistake, the plaintiff's bar is collectively spending more money than ever. In 2023, one of the nation's largest personal injury law firms spent $40 million on digital ads alone. That's above and beyond the over $200 million the same firm spent on television ads the same year. Imagine spending $3 million per month on Facebook and Instagram ads.
You know, that's hard to imagine.
And look, marketing is marketing. Every industry, insurance included, spends billions annually marketing their products and services. But here's my concern. When marketing and advertising at scale is shaping public perception and building and perpetuating inaccurate narratives about insurance, it is damaging to society as a whole.
That's not good.
Insurance was never designed or intended to be a lottery ticket, giving consumers a chance to turn their fender bender or slip and fall into a lucky 6-figure check.
I just got this check from my attorney for an awesome $350,000.
I won the lottery.
There's no such thing as free money. Insurance companies don't print their own stacks of cash to pay claims.
Oh, that's true.
That 6-figure check came from the premiums that you and I and every other policyholder have paid for our insurance policies. And don't get me wrong, that's exactly how insurance is supposed to work. It's a risk pool that we all pay premiums to fill. And when a risk pool participant experiences an unfortunate loss, the pool is there to compensate them appropriately. But what if billions of dollars were being spent every year manipulating the perception and understanding of risk pool participants?
This is not good.
Telling them that the pool is the answer to their financial problems.
This check is going to put me back on my feet, pay off all my loans, and replace my car.
What if, because of this advertising-driven perception shift, more pool participants than ever were poking more holes than ever and larger holes than ever?
$100 million punitive damages verdict for bad faith.
draining the pool faster than ever. What would you call that? I'd call it social inflation. And here's the reality. There's no magical endless spring beneath the pool refilling it.
No magic here.
It must be refilled from the top with higher premiums charged to all risk pool participants.
This is not fun anymore.
There's no such thing as free money. We all pay. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts and insight in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going.
Were you in a car accident? Whether it was a rear ender like this, a T-bone accident like this, or a head-on collision like this, we know you don't want justice, you want money. People have called our office and got big money. Sometimes even millions.
See how much you can get.